Hey baddies, welcome to my channel. If you're new, and if you're not new, welcome back to my channel. So I figured since this video was hairstyle inspo for back to school, I could talk about high school advice because a lot of you guys have been asking me for high school advice since a lot of you guys found out in my last video that I was a junior going to be a senior this year. Also, if you're in college or middle school, all this stuff definitely still applies. So I'm not going to do a long intro or anything like that. We're just going to get right into these tips. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk about was drama. Please make sure you stay out of drama because a lot of people in high school don't really care about their grades or anything else that they may be involved in. So all they have left to do is just talk about other people, but you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you put your energy into your grades, your clubs, your friends, other things like that. Don't sit there and talk about the next person because trust me, it does you absolutely no good. Just a little side note, disclaimer, whatever you want to call it. If y'all hear that I'm talking funny, it's because I do have my retainers in. So I'm sorry if it's not a little funny or it's hard for you guys to understand what I'm saying. I'm going to just try my best. But hopefully y'all could hear me clearly. Another thing that kind of fits in with drama is popularity. Please don't stress about that either. Whoever may be at the top of the school right now, when you leave high school, everything is going to change. So don't feel stressed if you feel like an outcast or a nerd. All of that changes as soon as you graduate. None of that even matters anymore. Nobody's going to worry about who was popular or pretty. No, everyone goes their separate ways to college or to wherever else you might be going. And that's that. And even though I'm not even graduated or anything like that, I just know that that type of stuff happens, speaking from experience. You're gonna forget people's names, forgetting who you had drama with and all that. It's not even gonna matter. What matters the most is having a good support system and focusing on yourself. So the next thing I wanted to touch on is dating in high school too. I know a lot of people say don't do it, but I'm not gonna say that at all because then I'd kind of be like a hypocrite if I do. I feel like when you date somebody, you learn a lot about yourself. Not saying that you can't learn a lot about yourself on your own, but from experience, when you start dating somebody, it's easy to realize your toxic traits, their toxic traits, things you want to grow on, your highlights as a person. So I encourage it. Now, I'm not saying to go out here and just start dating people to find yourself or just date anybody, but I'm saying like if you do like somebody and you want to go there with them, then do it. Because it's high school, like these are memories, you're gonna learn a lot about yourself along the way, but I definitely do want to emphasize, do not make that person your main priority. At the end of the day, what's the most important is your schoolwork, your education. Don't let any relationship get in the way of that. If you can't prioritize things with that person, then don't get in a relationship. Just focus on yourself and of course your mental health, because that is important too. Okay, and then also friends. You may have a lot of friends right now or only a few, but regardless of the amount you have, it's definitely going to change. And that's just the sad case about high school, because I know that was the case for me when I was back in middle school, especially because I had transferred schools. I went to a middle school and I transferred to a whole brand new high school. When it comes down to it, you're most likely going to lose a lot of your friends. People start drifting, taking different classes, joining different clubs, and just doing their own thing. Like, people switch up all the time, and yeah, it sucks. It's not the best, but that's just life, and you have to move forward. But yeah, just accept it for what it is. Move forward. It happens to the best of us, okay? Okay, so you should also definitely join clubs if you can. And the reason why I say if you can is because if you're super into your books and then you also do a sport or something, it is going to be hard to do clubs, but do it. If you're doing sports while also maintaining a good GPA, it also looks good for colleges. Also, please don't stress about anything you do not need to. It is very, very bad for your mental health. One bad test or grade will not ruin you. Don't cry about it. Don't think that you're stupid. Take that test, bring it to your teacher, see where you went wrong, go over it so the next time you're much more prepared. One bad test is not going to ruin you. 2 bad tests, 3 bad tests, 4 bad tests, no amount of it, okay? Well, let me not. It takes a while before those bad tests have to start adding up for it to affect you. So I'm just saying that to say, don't stress over a bad grade, okay? And also by that, you can definitely make connections with your teachers, which is another point. People in high school are always like, oh, this teacher sucked, this person did this, da 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 da. But if you make good connections with your teacher, it'll definitely work out in your favor. So for example, let's say you make a good connection with your biology teacher, right? And then it's time for y'all to write an essay. So you can be writing your essay, right? And something doesn't really make sense. But your teacher, because they know you, they understand what you're trying to say, so you get those extra points, while someone else they don't know at all, they don't understand what they're trying to say, they don't understand where they're coming from, they don't know that they know the material. Therefore, it's like, no points. And those little points do add up. So it's important to make good connections with your teachers, not only for that, but also down the line, you're going to need them for recommendation letters for college. So you want to make a good relationship with the teachers so that they can write you a good recommendation letter and get you into the colleges that you're trying to get into. Okay, and then also when it comes to grades, just work. So be on top of your stuff. So like, because I'm in high school, I have a planner and I use it every class. So when your teacher says, all right, so next, as soon as you hear next or next Tuesday or next whatever, pull it out, write down whatever they said, write it down in that part of your planner, like whatever day it is. So if it's the 25th, write it on the 25th. And if she says you're gonna have to do something on the 28th, write it on the 28th, so that when you open your planner at the beginning of the day, on the 28th, you can remind yourself, oh yeah, I have a quiz today, or oh yeah, I have a test today. Let me restudy everything. And then with your planners, once you get everything done, be sure to cross it out. Even though that seems stupid, like why would I waste the time to do that if I finished the task already? Seeing things crossed out makes you feel accomplished. Then you're just like, oh, I got so much done today, even if you have so much more to do. So yeah, just be organized. Don't have your papers thrown everywhere or anywhere. Just make sure you have something to be organized, because that's going to add unnecessary stress to your life that you really do not need. Also, back to friends and stuff like that, because I did want to add another point. Of course, make friends, yeah, of all ages and everything, but when it comes to you being a freshman and then you might be hanging out with some upperclassmen, chill on that. I do think that by only hanging out with people literally 3 or 4 years older than you might kind of rush your life a little bit. So try and chill with people of your age group so that you guys can learn and grow together and not rush your life completely. Also, girls, young girls, freshmen coming in, do not be doing things with these senior boys. Everyone knows that there's always this one senior boy or upperclassman in general that's always trying to get with this underage girl. don't do that. You're not going to benefit from it as much as you think you might. As cute as he might be, let it go, sis, because most likely you're going to get your heart broken. You're going to end up putting him over the rest of your priorities, and it's going to be stressful, and you didn't even start the school year yet. So just chill on that. Just try to chill on dating in general until you find somebody that you really feel like, this is my person. Like, I really like this guy or this girl for more than just looks. Also, don't spend much time in high school trying to figure out what major you're going to choose and what college you're going to go to and stuff like that. Just figure it out as you go. So I feel like you figure out what you want to do in life by experiences. It's not just by choosing something or looking something up and being like, oh, that sounds okay. No, because trust me, you're going to end up in a career that you literally despise. It's best to do experiences, so look up shadowing opportunities. Go to a hospital if you might be interested in med. Try and shadow one of your teachers if you can, or someone in the business field, something like that. Experience is the best way to find out what you love. And if by the end of high school you still don't know what you want to do, because I know a lot of my friends are a senior this year and they still don't know what career path they want to choose, and that is totally okay. But do not just pick anything. It's okay to not know what you want to do. Everybody's timeline is not the same for finding your passion in life. Like, that is a huge deal that doesn't come to everybody by the age of just 17 or 18. And lastly, just have fun. Obviously, that is the most obvious statement I could have said this entire video, but it gets lost sometimes. I think it's really easy to take high school for granted, because even if you're working and things like that, the amount of responsibility that you're going to have once you get to college probably won't even compare to the amount of responsibility that you had in high school. So just try and make the best of it. Do every event that you can. Go to prom, go to homecoming, do all these things and make the most of it, because these are your memories. And remember, after high school, you might not even see a lot of people again. Even people that you thought were your closest buddies, like your best friend, your sister, you're probably not even going to see a lot of these people afterwards. And people do continue to switch up. Switching up is not just a middle to high school transition, it's a life transition. In each stage of your life, people are going to switch up on you. No matter how much you fight it or you believe in them, it's going to happen. So just make the best of it now with these people. Have fun. Don't expect the worst out of them. But all I'm saying is just that this is the last time that all these people that you grew up with for those 3 years of high school are all going to be together before you branch out into a new chapter of your life. So have fun while you can. And that's about it for this video. I'm pretty sure I missed a lot of things. So if you guys have any other questions or need any other tips, feel free to comment down below. So good luck to everybody going back to school this fall. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If so, be sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.